see if I remember how to do this, because it feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, basically.
We're talking to this end, right?
Huh?
I said I talk into this end, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. How long has it been? Is this like the third week now? No, two weeks. This makes week 2 because we did before I left, and then we skipped last week.
Yeah, literally, I want to say we recorded, you had a day, and then you left.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
It feels so much longer, though.
Yeah, because you were gone for basically a week and a half, maybe?
Basically a week, yeah. Wednesday to Wednesday, essentially.
Yep.
We were back to late Tuesday night, so yeah. Just a week. That was a long-ass week, though.
Yeah. And then you were homesick for a week.
Not a week. Just the rest of that week.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 days.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm alive.
Yeah.
I made it.
Are you really, though?
I die a little bit every day, but that's normal.
It's the right time of year for it.
Yeah. Jeez. Kind of morbid. But yeah, Halloween. That works.
Yay.
You want to argue about that again?
Halloween.
You'd probably have a lot more people on your side right now.
Oh, of course. Do you see Christmas events in games? No, you see Halloween events.
Yeah, of course not. But I still say Christmas is better. Don't look at me like that. I will say this time right now of the year in New England is my favorite. Just because the colors and everything and how everything's changing.
Oh,
I love it.
Okay.
The aesthetic is so perfect.
Okay, fair enough. I forget that you did not grow up in New England. So Halloween
No.
is not a big thing.
But spring and fall are like my two favorite I almost said holidays. 2 favorite seasons. But like here in fall, it's so much prettier. Love it.
Until you have to clean up all the freaking leaves.
That's fine. I don't mind. I like that stuff. It's part of it. I like fall, so it works.
I don't. I grew up in it. Fuck!
Sorry. Would
Also-
you actually leave here and go somewhere that doesn't have fall?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Just because at least we get breaks in the seasons, whereas like you go to Florida, you get heat. You go to Alaska,
And then it cools off for a little bit, and then it comes back.
and it's not like it's cool. It's like summer weather here.
And humid. All the time.
Yeah, I would die. It's not fat people friendly.
Okay. I don't know what to say about that.
You try being a tubby person in Florida in the humidity, and tell me you
In
like
the humid.
it.
I probably wouldn't. I don't like it as it is. So no, I don't think I would like it. I don't like the heat. I don't like summer.
I don't either. I like Florida because
What's
of
your
Disneyland.
favorite season? That's okay. Never thought of it before?
Not really. I would have to put it in. It would have to be in either winter, or it's not specifically a season, but the transition from spring to summer, where you're getting
Spummer. Oh, that sounds gross.
Huh?
I said spummer, and then I said, oh, that sounds gross.
Yeah, a little bit. Because you're
I
getting
getcha.
out of the part where you're not getting the massive pollen bloom,
Mm-hmm.
but you're also not sweating your ass off.
Right. I'm glad I don't have allergies just for that reason, because there have been too many times I come out and my car, which is black, is now yellow because of pollen. It's bad.
Mm-hmm. That's also another thing that you gotta love about New England.
If you got allergies, it's not very friendly.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Sorry, man.
That's also why I don't like the fall. Because when we start transitioning to shit, everything that was dusty from the year before from putting it away, like the heavy blankets and shit like that.
Yeah.
I have a coughing and a sneezing fit. Like, that's what I love Portuguese blankets, but they're so thick that you can't really wash them, because if you put them in the dry, they get so freaking heavy that you can't put them in a dryer.
Okay, I don't know anything about it. What are they made out of?
I don't know how to describe it, really. It's just a really fuzzy blanket. Like short. Think of it as like a thick blanket, like short-haired animal fur.
All right. Oh, bye, Callie.
That's how I would.
All right.
That's how I would describe it. But the problem with that is, you go to put it away, it collects dust. And then the next year, you try to. If you don't wash it during the summer in the bucket by hand, in a giant tub by hand, and then hang it out to dry, you ain't doing it. You're going to be dealing with the dust for a little bit when you first put it out.
You unroll and shake it once, and you get a smoke screen.
Oh my god! It's not that bad, but it's enough. It's enough to mess with my allergies. To the point that I'd be hacking.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. You'd think I was dying. That's how bad the coughing fits get.
Yikes. What was I going to say? I lost my words already. Well, it's been 2 weeks, and I know that we've missed a handful of stuff, so do you want to get started so we can catch up on gaming too?
Yes.
Or try to?
Yes, sir, because we got Season of the Lost!
What?
Is that what
It's still Season of the Witch. It's just the event.
Yeah.
I forget what they call it.
I think it's called Season of the Lost, isn't it?
Festival
of the Lost.
There you go. Good job. You got there.
Yeah.
You had one word right.
Yeah. Close enough.
It works. I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready to get into it?
Sure. What episode is it?
46.
Damn.
Hee hee. I come prepared. I'm never prepared with that before, so now I'm prepared now.
That makes one of us.
That's all we need.
Very true.
All right. Who are we again? This is the Ramblepack Podcast, episode 46, and I'm Adam, normal again.
And I'm Mike. I'm never normal.
You were normal last time. Yeah, well, no, I'm sorry. You were just Mike.
Yes, I was just Mike. Normal's a
That's all you
relative
need
term.
to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very true.
Be yourself. If you can.
That's my favorite movie. Why are you quoting that?
I was gonna say, if you any of the listeners know where that came from.
Aladdin.
Oh, that was a perfect opportunity to
I'm
drum up
sorry.
some comments. Thanks for.
They can still do it. Hey, you never know. Someone will be like, "Oh, I know that."
No.
All right, there's been a lot of fun stuff from what I could see. Where would you like to start?
Well, seeing as, why don't we start on a little tidbit with the Blizzard Xbox merger thingy, where now it's official.
It is official.
Yes.
They are officially, for all intents and purposes, now part of Microsoft.
Yeah.
The merger has gone through. And Phil Spencer has been doing some rounds with interviews and stuff and saying, like, they currently don't have any plans to start bringing the catalog of games to Game Pass or anything like that. He wants to treat it the right way and not just rush in anything. They're also still, as he has said before and still continuing to say, going to treat Call of Duty with full parity. No one's going to get special DLC or extra add-ons just because they're part of Xbox or anything like that. There are no plans to do anything special like that up to 2024 or maybe starting halfway through. I would assume if they're going to do that, it's going to happen like next year at some point, but they're in no rush.
Thanks for taking my topic.
Sorry, that was part of my topic too.
Was it really?
Yeah.
You don't have that down.
No, but it was part of what I knew I was going to talk about.
You bastard.
Sorry. We can talk about it if you want. You might have more information than I do.
I basically have the same information. He did explain a little bit more as to why they're not doing it. Like they the same way like they did with ZeniMax. Just because
That's for people who don't know. That's Bethesda.
Yeah. Like with them when they took over Bethesda, they were able to incorporate it right away, just because they were able to work on that.
Mostly, and I'm gonna say mostly because Deathloop was still like they had deals with PlayStation and couldn't bring it over right away.
Right. Whereas this particular deal, because of all the stuff that had been going on and stuff like that, it was trickier at that point to be able to do anything. And because of the regulatory process taking so long, they were just not really sure. And like you said, they didn't want to rush it. So now,
right.
Because his literal answer was like, it's, what did he say? That be processed until a week before we closed, week of. CMA finally down to the decision. They weren't able to get in and work with mostly Activision Blizzard in this case on the back catalog work. So now that the deal is closed, we're starting that work, but there is work, and the Twitter handle did put something out that talked about 2024. And then he also mentioned something about like you also have to realize it's not like they can. Oh yeah, now they're merged. We can just flip a switch and hey, they're available now. It doesn't.
Yeah, there's a lot more work, especially if they want to tie like some of their systems together and get that stuff running through Microsoft and Xbox's systems. Yeah. There's a lot of work that's got to be done. I mean, if anyone was following the stuff from when Xbox gained sole ownership of Halo and Bungie transitioned that to 343, it wasn't just let's flip a switch. Everything is turning over to the other side. Right. There's a lot of work involved porting everything over.
Right. So, I'm assuming if they met the original deadline, we may have been able to see something from this
If it was more... I feel like if it was more obvious that they were going to get it without any of these issues, they probably could have started working on things on the back end earlier and then had something set up.
Right.
But because there was like, a lot of uncertainties and stuff, it was just like sitting on your hands and waiting to see what happens.
Pretty much, so. But either which way, it'll eventually happen.
What's cool too is Phil Spencer was like, with Activision Blizzard King as well as, Bethesda and Rare and any other companies that they have a plethora of IPs that they have to work with. And should any of the people in these companies want to work on some of the old games and bring them, to this day and age of gaming, he's more than welcome or more than open to allowing that to happen. Because he named a handful of old games, like Hexen was an old shooter that people might not know about, or like it's a deep cut from Xbox's old day. And like he used that as an example, was just like if people want to work on old IPs and bring them up to this generation of consoles, by all means go for it. I'll work with you. We'll figure this out.
Right.
So just with stuff that's been dormant or hasn't been touched in years, there's a lot to draw from.
Right.
That'd be pretty cool.
Trying to think.
And Bobby Kotick is still CEO until at least January 1st. He agreed to stay on for the last 2 months.
More like they probably didn't give him a choice. Be like, listen, buddy, you're going to get paid the rest of your contract. We're making use of you.
I really don't know. He's going to probably get a decent payout from all this. As for, like, now that it's transitioned to Xbox and Microsoft, I'm sure he can be like, yeah, all the shit that we caused and all the problems we're dealing, your problem now.
Probably.
You figure it out.
Which I probably they probably realized at this point.
Yeah, apparently Phil specifically asked him if he could stay on until the end of 2023. As for who's taking over for him, I'm not really sure. They might have something set up like from Xbox, they might have tapped somebody to do it, or maybe they just transitioned to the next person in line. I don't know, but I'm sure that people aren't going to be too sad to see him go.
Oh, I'm sure not.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I think people have more important things to worry about, because
Like what?
Activision's not exactly out of the water yet with the SAG-AFTRA video game contract. Their strike has
Still got that to worry about.
Yeah, they do. Seeing as Activision is one of the companies that is actually involved in this, and is going to be infected. So
Infected?
affected.
Oh no, they got the virus.
It was sent over by Sony. God damn it!
Man, speaking of virus, this is kind of a oh shit, I can't even think of the word now. What's it called when you go to something else on a different topic? Tangent. There we go. I got there. I figured it out. This is a tangent, but season 5 of Halo Infinite started. And it's like flood themed kind of. That's their like infected kind of thing. It's just funny that you said infection, and that I was like, oh yeah, that started today. I actually touched Halo today for the first time in a year and a half.
Oh Jesus!
They've done a lot of work on Halo, like trying to bring it up to parity and make it actually fun and playable. They've done really well. It was weird playing my first match because I'm like, I don't remember what some of these symbols are. I don't remember what's going on here. But once I got into it, I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. But it feels like Halo now.
Yeah.
Not that like the gameplay itself didn't feel like Halo, but like the menus and matchmaking and your options and things like that. It actually feels like Halo did now.
Okay.
So good on them for actually sticking with it and working through it, even if it did take a while. Good stuff.
Yeah. But no. But yeah, getting back to the strike. Oh my God.
Come on.
The contract talk. Jesus Christ.
There you go.
They actually are going to resume talks again. They haven't stated when exactly, but they are still trying to avoid the new strike. A lot of the demands is basically the same as the other strike going on with SAG-AFTRA. That they want. Where the hell is it? New strike are coming with a video game contract, including basically better wages, stipulations as far as the artificial intelligence, stuff like that, basically. So, and I didn't realize that that their union, the video game side, had that many people in it. Apparently, is 160,000 members.
Yeah, man.
Holy shit.
Video game industry is huge. Although I feel like it's too big to have so many layoffs and issues that they do when it comes to maintaining employees, but here we are. Oh, that happened again. I didn't write it down, but it happened again with Embracer Group.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. Sorry, man.
Let's just say Embracer.
Yeah. Every week there's a new Embracer thing. Kind of feels like it at this point.
I'm surprised the CEO's still there.
I'm glad you mentioned that because another CEO is not where they were.
Why? Who left?
You finish up with SAG-AFTRA, and you finish up what you're saying, and I'll get into it. You'll be like, well, yeah, that makes sense. Fuck him.
But yeah, no, it's basically what I just said. That they are asking for the same stuff that the other strikes were asking for, and the companies that are going to be affected by it is like Activision, Blindlight, Disney character voices, EA, Epic, Insomniac, and so forth.
And Insomniac just put out Spider-Man.
Yeah, they got lucky.
So far.
Yep.
Just not done yet. I feel like if anything, though, they'll probably be okay with the strikes. Like they would actually be willing to work with them because it might be Insomniac, but they are part of Sony, and Sony is not just PlayStation. Sony is also like Sony Pictures and things like that.
Right. And
so I feel like they have more leeway when it comes to working with other people.
Right. And not to mention the fact that they're coming off after the other strikes were going on, so the companies are after dealing with that other stuff, they're probably going to be a lot more reasonable
willing to work with them.
Yeah,
yeah,
because they don't want to put up with that shit basically at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but yeah. So who left now?
Well, I would say it's a good kind of leave, but it's also not unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Remember all the shit with Unity?
Yes.
Yeah, well, their CEO and president, John Riccitello, is now retiring as president of it, and James M. Whitehurst will be stepping in.
Fucking pussy.
Well, I mean, as far as I understand it, he's the one who pushed forward those new things for game developers and stuff, and after all the backlash, of course they're not going to keep him on the board and stuff. So I don't think that he was like, yeah, it was my fault, I screwed up, I'm leaving. Everybody was mad at him for fucking up, and he's like, well, I guess I gotta go. So yeah, he's out, and he's not going to be CEO, chairman, member of the board, nothing. He's out.
Now let's see what they
Not surprising.
Not surprising either, but at the same time, I'm just like, now what are you guys
leaving the
do?
company in a huge deficit, though. Right. I mean, this new guy's got a lot of good faith to build back.
Pretty much. Look at freaking perfect examples. Look at Disney. They brought back
with Iger.
Yeah, they brought back Bob Iger, and he's still trying to deal with the aftermath of Chapek.
But did they really bring him back, or was it just like, hey, you're fucking up too much, I'm gonna take back over?
Actually, no, they brought him back because the board actually went behind Chapek's back.
Oh, the board did it, huh?
Uh-huh. I don't remember if it was the board or
because didn't Iger retire?
Yes, he stepped pseudo retired. He stepped down as CEO. Stayed on as another position so that he could fill in, help Chapek transition and everything like that, especially with the pandemic. And then, because Chapek wasn't really listening to him at all, he was like, "Fuck him, do your thing." And then eventually, after all the shit went down, they were like, "Yeah, we want you back."
Yeah.
And then they just recently extended his contract, didn't they? Something like that, from the 2 years to like 4 or 6, something like that.
Something. I remember hearing something about him staying on for a little longer, but don't remember how long.
Yeah, I want to say it's another 4 or 6 years or something like that, just so that they can transition through these muddy waters and have a better period of getting the next in line type of thing.
See how that goes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, since we're talking about people leaving positions or taking over and stuff, Pete Hines is leaving Bethesda.
Ooh, why?
Wants to move on. In his little letter that he addressed people, letting him know that he was retiring from Bethesda specifically, he said he's been working with them for 24 years now.
Yeah.
Just doing his thing. So he's like, after the release of Starfield and seeing its success and stuff, it felt like the right time, although he didn't come to the conclusion lightly. I guess he was wrestling with it for a while, but he wants to spend some time doing his own thing, following some other passions, and helping out where he can, is what he said in the letter. But he just felt like it was the right time to step back and do his thing.
That seems to be happening.
He's been working with Bethesda for 24 years, so I don't blame the guy.
Yeah. But that seems to be happening a lot lately, huh?
Yeah. A lot of these game directors or COOs or anybody that's been in these game companies, since we were kids, watching them help make the games that we love have started to step away now.
Yeah.
And Nintendo must be doing something really well because Miyamoto's in his 70s and he's still working with Nintendo. It's either they won't let him go or he's just full of ideas and helping produce things.
Yeah. Oh, for Christ's sakes. They kept the voice actor for Mario on, just in a different position.
Yeah, you're right. It's not like he's out and done and finished and nothing doing with Nintendo anymore. They're like, you've been with us for years, you got your own position. Speaking of which, they finally revealed the voice of Mario.
Yes, they did. I would not have guessed who they cast.
Me neither. Considering I didn't ever hear about this person or know what work he did until he was like, yeah, that's me. And I read it too, like after he was like, I can reveal it was me, I'm the voice of Mario. I'm like, bullshit. You're not the voice of Mario. You're just saying this to get some clout or whatever. And then I started reading into it and stuff. I'm like, oh, I guess it really is him. Like, I just didn't believe it because Nintendo didn't say anything. So I was just like, that's just somebody getting clout and saying that it's them.
Yeah.
Then I looked into this background and stuff. I'm like, okay, he is a voice actor, whatever. And then it was confirmed by IGN and stuff. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. So for anybody that doesn't know already or hasn't read about it, Kevin Afghani is the...
I believe that's right. Yeah, Afghani.
Yeah, he's the one that's taking over for Martinet.
Martinet.
Yeah. If you didn't know, he did voices for the most recent Super Mario game. Apparently, he does the voice for Luigi too in that game.
Yes.
That I did not know. But he did. But other games he's done voice acting for Genshin Impact. He did Raditz for Dragon Ball, Short Detective, General, and Grunt in the Secret History of Cuphead.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've heard his voice. Wouldn't have guessed it, but... Because think about it, how do you go from Raditz to Mario?
I don't know. I mean, it's surprising to hear certain voice actors do certain roles, especially when you're used to hearing them in one kind of role, or like a specific type of character. And then they do something off the wall. It's like, the hell did you come from?
Yeah, basically.
That's cool.
So good luck to you, bud. Wish you the best. Wish you the best, and hopefully you have the same bountiful career as...
I'd say this is a huge bump for their career, especially when you have a lot of people coming out before and after this saying, one, they didn't realize that Mario's voice actor had changed. They thought it was still the original when they saw the trailer. And two, saying that they could have been fooled and thought it was Martinet the whole time anyway. They would have never guessed that they had changed him.
No shit.
Mm-hmm. But there, people, after it was revealed that it was him, obviously they're congratulating him and stuff, but a lot of people are just singing the praises. A lot of reviews have come out for Mario Wonder since the game's releasing this Friday. What's cool about that game, too, is I'm seeing a lot of comparisons for that to Super Mario World on the Super NES.
Oh, really?
That's what a lot of reviewers have been saying that it reminds them of, or they get that feeling playing that game that they did playing Super Mario World. And it's on that level of inventiveness and color and feeling when you're playing the characters and the music and everything. Yeah. It just brings that back. Ooh. So I'll tell you how it is on Friday when we play it. I'm excited, though. All I'm seeing is good stuff about it, and people are saying that he did great in his voice work, and the game itself is fun as hell. So I'm going to look forward to trying that out.
Yay! Yes, I really want to know.
Yeah. Still need to get you your Switch.
I know. Jesus Christ.
What's the point? Switch 2's coming out.
I heard about that.
As far as we know.
As far as we know. But it's people are definitely speculating that it's coming sooner rather than later, seeing as they took down the old reveal trailer.
Yes, you got what I was going to say, yeah. They took down the old reveal trailer, and people are like, they're speculating, thinking that it's a conspiracy. They're going to show the new one.
Yep.
Because they don't want to take away from, they don't want to take anything away from the old one and have comparisons. They're just like, it's a brand new thing. Pay attention to that. It's absolutely possible. I feel like they did that with either the Wii or the Wii U.
I'm not sure.
Like they took down the reveal trailer for that.
I could not tell you. It's been so long.
That's fine. We're old.
Yes, we are. God damn.
All good. We're also, since we are talking about stuff and we kind of skipped away from Activision Blizzard. Overwatch, which is part of Activision Blizzard, is not having a good go with their newest Diablo pack that we talked about.
Oh, fuck. Why?
Apparently, the Lilith skin for Moira is only available through the Ultimate Battle Pass bundle.
Uh-huh.
You can earn character skins through the Battle Pass. All well and good. You can buy... I guess you can buy things to get the skins that are in those. This one is only in that Battle Pass bundle, and the Battle Pass bundle itself costs $40.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Please tell me there's other things in that bundle that will make the $40 worth it.
Yeah, there's always other things that come in it with like probably other skins or colors and stickers, emotes, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the big thing is that skin. But essentially, would you say... I mean, you're not buying it for the Battle Pass and all the extra stuff. You're buying it for that skin. So essentially, the skin is $40. Would a skin for a character in a game, only one, because nobody else gets that outfit, or there's no skins for any other characters like that, is it worth the $40? Is it worth paying essentially the game again to get that?
Fuck no.
Yeah, so people are not happy with the price. It's like it just doesn't make any sense.
I agree. Seeing as, for example, I was able to use a gift card to buy Moonstones so I could get when they re-released the Haunted Mansion in Dreamlight. I used the gift card to buy Moonstones, and I still have leftover Moonstones. I was able to get the Haunted Mansion. I was able to get the Mayor's Hearse from Nightmare Before Christmas, and
his car.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the hell else was released at that time. It was something else, but I still had Moonstones left over. For me, that was worth it because you got both versions of the Haunted Mansion.
I'm trying to... I don't know. I'm thinking about that and just how like that kind of microtransaction would work. But it's also very, very different. I mean, you're spending a lump sum that you can use as in-game currency to buy a bunch of different things. Whereas this is just like, pay me $40, you get a skin and whatever else comes with it.
Right, exactly. That's what I was trying to get at. They're both microtransactions, don't get me wrong.
But your money goes further with Moonstones.
Right. At least it was towards something that we were actually getting more out of it.
Right.
And I would say we roughly...
And you're not just locked into one thing because you can utilize that in different ways.
Right, exactly. Bad move on their part. Sucks for them.
Well, since we are talking about microtransactions and stuff, what about the new lineup for Fortnite?
Oh yeah, that was actually pretty cool. They have their own Halloween event going on. It's called Fort Nightmares. They're gonna have Alan Wake, Michael Myers, and Jack Skellington in their Halloween event this time.
That I'm surprised by. The other characters I get, Jack Skellington, it's a Disney IP running around shooting a gun. I don't know how they got away with that. Unless it's only available during a certain event and you're not shooting anything.
Probably. I'm just wondering if it's like, yeah, it's a Disney IP, but I think it's far enough. Well, no, it's that popular that I don't think that they'd want to fuck with that. They had to have surprised us on that one. But yeah, no. As far as like, if you're a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas, you should be able to get Jack Skellington, his Halloween, his Christmas outfit. You get a candy cane umbrella. You get Zero. You get a glider that looks like Jack's sled with the skeleton reindeer.
And know with all that, he's going to be running around shooting guns.
Uh-huh.
He's going to be in the game proper. He's going to be running around just like Goku shooting things. It's very interesting.
I'm really want to know what their thinking was to allow that.
I don't know how they managed to do that, yeah.
I'm assuming it's that Fortnite has turned that funky. Like it.
I mean, there's no blood or dismemberment in the game.
Right. So I'm assuming they're thinking along the lines of they allowed it to happen with Kingdom Hearts. So it's not really too...
maybe.
Because it's not too far off from each other.
Yeah.
At least...
When are we getting Barney?
You bite your goddamn tongue.
What?
You
don't want Barney in Fortnite?
That fucking dinosaur can die in hell.
Okay, then we get the Teletubbies. I don't know, the Wiggles.
Bring back the dinosaur.
I'll just keep listing them all. Gullah Gullah Island. We need Binya Binya in there.
Okay, I'm okay with Binya Binya.
Okay. I found one.
But yeah, no. There's a few things. So if you're an Alan Wake fan, you like Michael Myers, you get that stuff. And some of their
Alan Wake 2 will be out in a week or two.
Yeah, I'm assuming. I have a feeling that has a lot to do with why he's in this season. So, or at least in this event.
Well, Alan Wake itself is spooky stuff, which it makes sense to go with like the spooky stuff for Fortnite.
Yeah. So it just happens.
But it's also pretty good timing considering it's coming out. The sequel's coming out soon.
So get it while you can, people.
Yeah.
Not to mention...
That's neat.
Huh?
I said that's neat.
Yes, it is. But another news with Fortnite, if you guys are fans and running older systems, you better upgrade soon because you'll be required to use OS 10 or... yeah. You'll need to be able to use OS 10 because Android OS 9 will no longer be supported.
So they're dropping support for old stuff just like a lot of games have done?
Yep.
It gets difficult to support and iterate on things for older things and the newer generation, so it makes sense. It happens eventually.
Pretty much. I'm trying to think. Like even I've noticed that even with like mobile games, for certain games that I've played, I've tried to just for the shits and giggles. Like when Callie replaced her iPad, I tried to see if I could get some of my games on there to play them that way.
Nope. Yeah, no.
Not at all. And the apps that I was able to use.
I think usually mobile games and stuff like that. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say like other apps like Netflix and all that. They basically have to say, hey, you need to use an older version in order to be able to use our stuff.
Yep. Yeah, usually those apps will be, they keep them pretty consistently updated and will be compatible with, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 steps down, sometimes 4 depending. Mm-hmm. But generally, they build it for the newer stuff.
Mm-hmm. So if you're...
That's what happens.
Pretty much. So if you can't upgrade your system, or if the games you're playing saying, hey, you can't run them anymore, might be time to upgrade your phones. or tablets or whatever the hell you're using.
Do you want to celebrate?
What?
It's been a whole year officially since G4 TV shut down for the second time.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like
a week ago, I think, was officially 1 whole year.
In all fairness, when we talked about it last time, I don't think I realized until then that they actually came back. So,
I mean, that's kind of telling.
Yeah.
They did their best.
Yeah. It's gone the way of the newspaper. Even then, that's...
Man, you say gone the way of the newspaper. Best Buy apparently is not going to be selling DVDs anymore or something?
Excuse me? Well, no, DVDs I can understand.
Yeah, like physical movies, I think they're not really going to be selling anymore.
Boo!
And there was a rumor going around that Walmart's not going to be carrying... I think they're not going to be carrying like physical games in store in favor of like digital stuff, but like you can get them online. It's just a rumor though. I haven't seen anything confirmed.
I don't see them doing that just because of the fact that like they have a whole aisle just for video games.
Right. But everything is going digital these days.
Yeah. Goes to show my age. I want physical shit, goddammit.
I remember being young, going into stores and staring straight up at the TVs that they have mounted at the top of those cases just to try out demos.
Dude.
You don't get that these days, too.
I remember going to KB Toys. They would have like a kiosk table like you see at jewelry stores, where video games in the display cases, and on the back wall full of freaking video games, and you'd be walking back and forth just to pay attention, just to see what games were there.
Here, I got another one for you. My old dentist office back in Michigan had an N64 in it with Diddy Kong Racing, and that's what I would do when I was waiting my turn.
You had a cool dentist.
And that was my second dentist as I got older. My first dentist, they had an old, like, they had teeth chairs, which was cool, but they had the tabletop version of Asteroids there that me and my sisters would play all the time.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All we had was highlights.
Sorry, man.
If I wanted video games,
highlights magazines are cool.
Yeah,
but video games are cooler.
Pretty much. If I wanted any type of enjoyment, I had to bring my own Game Boy. God damn it.
I did that too. Did you ever have the worm light?
Yes. You had to, because there was no way in hell you were going to be able to play in the car at night.
I had that. I had like the magnifying lens that had the light over top of it as well.
Oh, jeez.
I had all those stupid little accessories just so I could play on road trips at night.
The magnifying glass I didn't have. I had the light, which also kind of sucked because then it used the same port as your link cable. So if you ever wanted to trade on the way, you couldn't do shit.
Nope. Did you ever have Game Boy camera?
I did not, but one of my friends did. So that was always fun.
Did you ever have or see the printer?
I did not. How big is that?
I had both of those, and I had so much fun making stickers. It wasn't that big, honestly. It's like almost as big as the phone here, like just a little bit shorter and a little bit not as wide.
Yeah.
But it was like pretty thick. It was like 2 inches thick or so.
Yeah.
But it was a full-on printer that connected to the link cable thing.
Yeah.
You could plug in the camera, take pictures, and print them off on the printer, and it would print stickers.
Oh, goddamn.
It was cool.
We're old!
Yes, we are. Because now we got all that shit in our pockets. Quite literally, you can carry around like a photo printer in your pocket.
That's kind of a scary thought, huh? Or was it that? What was it that you shared? You shared with me the other day that someone was actually playing GTA on a smartwatch.
Yeah, see, GTA San Andreas. Someone was playing with a little mini. Oh god, I can't remember what the controller is called. Let me see if I can find it again. But yeah, they were playing GTA San Andreas on a smartwatch with the tiny little controller.
What the fuck, man?
Technology has come a long way.
Yes, it has.
02, I believe is what it's called. The controller itself, I can only make out the word 02. but I've seen them before. Oh, show me again. Okay, turn the controller on. Flip it back around. Let me see. Oh, it's an 8-bit DOE.
Okay.
An 8-bit DOE 02 controller. Yeah, play. What? I don't even know what kind of watch that was either. But yeah, I got an 8-bit DOE controller down here. Looks like a Super NES controller.
How the hell did they
Easy
even manage
for
that?
emulation and stuff. And it works with my Switch. How do you get away with it? It's just form factor. All the internals and stuff are different.
Yeah.
And it's reprogrammable. It's programmable.
Okay.
It might look like it. Doesn't mean it's the same.
Yeah. No, I mean getting away with playing San Andreas on a smartwatch.
Oh, how do you do it? I'm assuming San Andreas itself isn't very intensive, or there's always a possibility that they're streaming the game to the watch. I don't know what kind of watch it is, so I don't know what the internals are like.
Fair enough. I keep forgetting that streaming is possible.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you have a home setup and you've got everything running through whatever, you can connect your watch to that and have it run it.
You must be hurting to play a game, though, if you're streaming off of a smartwatch.
Yeah. I mean, if you can do it, why not? Oh, do we want to get back onto some news? Are you good? Are you tired?
Sorry.
They're yawning up a storm. Am I boring you that much?
No!
Oh, man. Have you seen any funny business on your PlayStation account?
I have not, luckily enough. But that's also because I'm on two-step verification, so.
Fair enough. Just asking because the AG office in Maine has confirmed the Sony hack, but no date for it has been confirmed.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know that Sony has come out and said specifically yes either. Or maybe they did a while ago and just didn't give much information. But the AG office did say, yes, it happened.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So I figured I'd ask. But you're doing the smart thing. You're keeping shit locked down.
Pretty much, because trust me, as soon as it happened, my sister sent me a text message saying, "Hey, check your shit, because Sony got hacked again."
But she keeps up with the news too?
No, she has PlayStation as well, and a couple of people she knows that got hacked.
Oof.
Yeah. Luckily enough, neither of us did,
Yikes.
but she was like, "You better check your card statements and stuff like that," and I'm like, "Okay."
Better safe than sorry.
Pretty much.
You remember Hideki Kamiya, right? Or at least the name?
That name sounds familiar.
Worked at Platinum, worked on Bayonetta.
Yes. Okay.
Remember how he just retired recently?
Yeah.
It was kind of like abrupt and out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't know why. He didn't give an answer, but apparently he's focusing on YouTube for at least the year.
Okay.
He's not going to be doing video game stuff for at least a year. And that's very specific. Because it sounds like he's either laying low until his next job or he has a non-compete that he can't do anything for at least a year before he can start this new thing.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, he's focusing on YouTube. He tried answering questions for his first video, but was really vague about stuff and didn't give any real information. But that's what the speculation is, that he's signed a non-compete and he's got to wait.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. Makes me wonder where he's going to go. Like, if he's still going to work in video games and stuff, where could he go and what would he work on?
Microsoft's picking him up.
It would not surprise me, to be honest with you. Like, there's a handful of studios under Microsoft that could probably use him for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be very cool. We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that I was on vacation, and the day after we started vacation, it was like, we got new sets coming out, and you know what they are? They're Animal Crossing.
I'm surprised they haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I know. It seems like it'd be a perfect fit. They had Sonic Lego collection stuff.
Yeah.
People have been really wanting Legend of Zelda, and they got Mario. I forget, there was another handful of them that people really wanted, but they're just not coming to mind right now. But yeah, Animal Crossing is the newest one. And they have 5 different sets that will be out next year, ranging anywhere from like $20 to 70 or 80.
God damn.
Well, it's the size. I think
Yeah.
the $70 or $80 one is the Nook's Cranny and Rosie's house, because it's literally the shop from Animal Crossing and someone else's houses together.
Right.
So makes sense that it's $80 for a bigger set. But for the 5 sets, we've got Isabel's house, Julian's birthday party, Nook's Cranny and Rosie's house, Captain's Island boat tour, which I like.
Yeah.
I can't wait to make Captain's boat. And Bunny's outdoor activities.
Nice.
I know Meg's going to want Isabel because she really likes her.
Right now, Sawyer's been on the Minecraft kick, so for his birthday, we ended up getting him a couple of Minecraft-themed Lego sets.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
That's always cool.
And dear God, he's blowing right through them. I think I barely helped him at all.
Yeah, was he building them all himself?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think I had to keep him on track because he was at some points because he was getting super excited that he was like dropping pieces and shit like that.
Yeah.
It also goes to show how much they actually pay attention to like YouTube videos and shit like that because, or at least what you're watching. Because the other day I was watching, I like to watch like snippets of Lego builders and shit like that. And one of them was explaining what the brick remover was and how to use it. And so when Sawyer was having a hard time, he went grabbed because after I was done with my X-wing, I threw it into I threw the brick remover into his pile so he could use it.
Yeah.
Remembered he had it, went right, grabbed it, pop.
Nice.
Oh yeah. He uses it religiously. I'm like, holy shit.
That's the way to do it.
Uh-huh. So
That's cool.
proud papa, but also scares the shit out of me.
Too smart for his own good.
That's for damn sure.
Amelia got a Gabby's dollhouse set that was like Mercat's boat, and it came with a Gabby with her own like vanity set to go with it.
Yeah.
She sat there while I was working one day and just built the whole thing by herself. She just asked if she had like the pieces in the right spot, and I'm like, yep, that looks like what it shows in the book. Keep going. She built the whole damn thing by herself. Didn't need me.
Oh Jesus.
I know. Getting too big. Oh shit. I don't know why I didn't mention this at the top too. We're in trouble with Lauren.
Uh-oh.
She started walking over the weekend. Like we got her like learning how to walk and stuff. She's walking all by herself since the weekend.
Yep, you're fucked.
Picking herself off the floor, squatting. No. Dude, along with walking, she has started climbing on everything. Hand in hand, started climbing. I turned around for 5 seconds to address Amelia. I turned back. She had climbed up on top of the coffee table and sat in front of the TV and was just smiling at me. I cannot do anything with that little girl climbing on top of anything. If she's sitting on your lap at the kitchen table, she tries to climb up on there and sit. She can climb up in chairs by herself. She has a little rocking chair that she now climbs into and sits and rocks in it by herself.
Yeah. You are fucked.
Yeah. Yay. Yeah. You have that to look forward to, so have fun.
Uh-huh. Oh, trust me. Remember how I said I was getting Sawyer Bluey, right? For Christmas? Yeah. The video game? We also decided because he's been on like a major Minecraft kick, I was like, all right. It's about time I ease up and let him do it. I won't let him go on use it on the computer because I'm not going anywhere near my computer. Mm-hmm. But we ended up getting him the starter pack for the PlayStation 4. So he's going to have fun with that. But also goes to show we've turned into our parents when I'm looking it up online. I'm like, which one is the first one? And I'm like, what the fuck
You
is
can ask
this?
me. I've been playing Minecraft. I can tell you what to do.
I didn't think about that. But like specifically, I'm on Amazon and I'm looking at the different listings and I'm like, what's the difference between this one and this one? Which is the starter one? What the fuck? So I'm like, shit, this is what my parents must have felt like. I'm like, fucking A.
Here's where I also tell you, like, you don't have to get anything special. You can just buy the game Minecraft and you're good to go.
Yeah.
You don't need any packs or anything.
Yeah, that's what we ended up getting was the starter set video game.
You can just get the base game and be all set. Just so you know.
I thought that was
just
the base
for you. Just for you. There is a I don't even know if you want to call it a DLC set because that's not what it is. But like they have packs that you can buy or whatever. There's a Star Wars pack coming out. That's like all Padawan and Jedi training and stuff. It adds stuff into the game if you utilize that pack.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sawyer would have a ball with that.
I just thought it was neat.
God damn.
So there's another piece of game news that we didn't write down, but I remembered. There's just been a lot of shit trying to keep up with.
Pretty much.
Oh. Since I mentioned game releases, Alan Wake 2 is coming out in a few weeks. Spider-Man came out, it's doing well. One really cool thing about Spider-Man is like it's near seamless fast travel. You pick where you want to go, hold the button, and your character swings away, and there's no like fading out or anything like that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember the video because I don't remember it offhand, but you pick the thing, your character swings off. I think it goes up and then down, or it moves you to close to the area that you picked, and you swing back in. There's no loading times, no fading out and fading back in, nothing like that. You just move and there you are.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool. That's a neat way to do fast travel without having to load shit.
I'm okay with that. I'm gonna have to see that.
There's also a King Kong game that just came out called Skull Island: Rise of Kong.
Yeah.
It's been getting shit on so bad.
Who asked for a King Kong game?
I don't know, but IGN gave it a 3 out of 10, and every other people who have reviewed it is like, don't buy this game. Don't even look at it. Don't bother. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It looks so bad.
It's
like on the level of Mortal Kombat 1 for the Switch level bad.
Oh, God.
For all the systems. It's bad.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Oh, and apparently Starfield was, of course, the best-selling game in September. And became the number 7 best-selling game of 2023 year-to-date.
God damn.
Mm-hmm. It was big. I mean, not really surprising considering who it came from and how much it was hyped, but
Yeah.
It did well.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
I think we've gotten to everything.
I'm just looking down the list of what I usually look at to see if there's anything else we could talk about. I don't remember if I've asked you this before, but do you think there's too many games this year?
Yes, you
'Cause
have.
I feel like I have?
Yes.
Okay.
I think at least twice.
Well, I still can't tell because the industry is finally kind of caught up on stuff, and releases have finally started coming out that were promised years before, or there are a handful that we're still waiting on. And yeah, a lot of them have been hitting these last 4 months, but like, I don't.
Yeah.
Yes, there's been too many, but at the same time, no. I don't know.
Like, we've gone into the conversation about there being so many games that, like, somebody has said that we could probably deal with having a break for a little while.
Yeah, Danny O'Dwyer from NoClip.
Right.
I was listening to their podcast, and he said that.
And then I think that's how the question came about to begin with the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
And then we even talked about how the market's flooded with a shit ton of games and people were crapping on them because there was so much of bugs and shit like that. And
Yeah, it would provide devs with more time, but that's like, I feel like that's also splitting hairs too, because we've only been getting a lot of games in the last couple months.
yeah,
And obviously it's not done until December or whatever, but we didn't get a huge influx of games at the beginning of the year. There was a handful that were slated for like late February, early March, and some of them were pushed just to make room for the other ones.
mm-hmm.
But we're not getting the big influx like we are right now. Yeah, right?
I had something in my eye. Sorry.
That was your finger. Aha!
You mean this one?
Yeah.
For those of you who are listening and possibly not watching on YouTube when we do actually upload, if we're video recording, I was giving him the bird. Bird.
It didn't look like a bird. It looked like a finger. Don't. I don't need that stuck in my head. Amelia had diggy hole stuck in my head earlier.
Oh, that is too much.
Have I showed you that song?
I don't think so.
The Dwarven metal song?
No.
I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole.
You'll have to send it to me again.
Yes, I will.
Because it sounds familiar, but I'm also drawing a blank too.
That's fine.
But no. I'm still gonna have to stick with my opinion that I think there's too many games. Even though
Let's do some prediction then. Do you think that this next year is going to look like this year?
What about the?
We do have a lot of releases coming out. Do you think it's going to be less or similar or more? What do you expect? Or what are you predicting?
I'm expecting us to be flooded with games again. Whether it's going to be at the beginning or at the end, I could not tell you. But I think we're going to get flooded with a lot of games again this next year. Because like you said, there was a lot of stuff that got pushed back. And we're still just coming back from the pandemic. So,
you know what? We're going to get a really good idea come December. That's when the Game Awards is coming on.
yeah.
You're going to see all the new things that are coming out.
Mm-hmm. And then we see God of War, Ragnarok win like half of them again. The other half is going to be Starfield.
Right? Ragnarok came out last year. They're not available to win this year.
It was a joke.
Okay. Ooh, let's make some predictions now. What do you think, based off of the games that have come out now and hype around them and stuff, what do you think is going to be Game of the Year?
I know Starfield's going to be a good contender. If not,
They're probably going to get nominated.
trying to think of who else would be nominated.
Here's the problem: is trying to remember the games that came out at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Fuck. Sonic better not be nominated.
I would be very surprised if it was. Starfield's probably going to be on that list. Spider-Man 2 is probably going to be on there.
Yep.
Mario Wonder is going to be on there.
Yep.
Tears of the Kingdom is probably going to be on there. Baldur's Gate 3 is probably going to be on there.
Ooh. Yeah, I could see Baldur's Gate taking it.
That's what I'm secretly hoping. It's really tough to say. Depending, I don't know how they do their voting and like what they vote based on. But if Mario Wonder is as good as it has a really good shot. And I feel like the deck's kind of stacked against Baldur's 3, but that game was huge, so it has a pretty good shot too. And I'm hoping that one goes with it just because it would be really cool.
Yes, it would. I really do. Yeah, I'll give it between Starfield, Baldur's Gate, and Mario Wonders. That'll be my prediction.
Okay.
And then you get that one random one that gets thrown in.
I gotta find a list of the games that came out at the beginning of this year, so that way I can make a more accurate prediction. We got time.
Yes, we do.
We still got like a month and a half. We're good. We'll do a whole prediction episode about it and then check out and see how close we were.
And we'll actually do that before the announcements this time around?
Yeah, we'll wait for them to announce all the nominations, and then we'll decide who is going to win and then see how close we got.
Okay.
All right. Okay, you want to go play some Destiny?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, I got to put this thing together first, but that'll take just a minute. Actually, that shouldn't take any time at all now.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, we did it. We're back, baby.
Yeah, we are. Now, where can they find us?
You tell me.
They can find us on the Twits, now currently known as the X, Facebook.
But don't pay for that shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. You want to see that company tank?
That's what he's trying to do. Come next year, he's making new users pay $1 or whatever to do tweets and stuff.
Fuck you.
Anyway, that's next year's problem.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, all the socials, and anywhere you can listen to a podcast, except for TikTok.
Anywhere. Now I'm tired.
Well, then say goodnight, Adam.
No, I'm going to say ta-ta for now, so that way we can go play. I'm not going to bed yet.
TTFN?
I got gaming to catch up on. Oh, I also beat Cocoon.
Yay!
Okay, bye, people.
Bye, people.